Hello, and welcome to the Ambition to Grow podcast, a safe space for women of color to be empowered and encouraged with authentic, transparent conversations. This podcast is for all the women striving to be the best version of themselves while growing and healing. I'm your host, Bree Ward, and my goal is to help bring you a little closer to peace and your ultimate power. Welcome to Ambition to Grow. Hello! Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so excited to be doing this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm recording my first podcast episode. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about that the whole time because I definitely could. But I just want to say that I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be doing this, to be stepping into my purpose. It has been years in the making, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, but I never knew exactly how to do it or what to do or what to say or what to call it. And I'm a perfectionist, and I have analysis paralysis literally all the time. So I'm so happy to be here. Anyway, I'm going to just jump right into this podcast episode because I don't want to waste any time. So a little bit about me. I am 27 years old. I'm a wife and mother. I have an almost 2-year-old son. He'll be 2 very soon. And I've been married for 4 years to my amazing, amazing husband. I work in advertising, and I have for 5 years. And yeah, that's a little bit about my surface level stuff. A little bit about me on a deeper level. I'm a very spiritual person. Even more recently, after having my son, which we'll get into that later, but I feel like I have gotten closer to God, and just my spirituality has grown a lot in these last couple years, and it's definitely helped me to be able to just see things in a different light and just be able to give more grace and compassion to others, as well as trying to walk in my purpose and do what I need to do to have a more fulfilling life, and to just like really do what I'm called to do instead of fighting it. Fighting it is just a lot harder than giving in sometimes. So I'm listening, Lord. I'm doing it. Okay, anyway, honestly, I don't really have much else to say about myself right now. I'm in a state of trying to figure out who I am, figure out this new chapter of Bree, and just what I'm trying to do with my life. I'm in a weird limbo of just really trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Really. I mean, I don't know how to say it any more plain than that. But yeah, so a little bit about what Ambition to Grow will be. So this is going to be a platform that is a safe space to talk about the stuff that nobody talks about. As a woman and a mother and a wife, I literally, I swear every day, at least every week, I'm like, why didn't nobody teach me this? We grow up our whole lives just learning a lot of stuff that doesn't even matter to our everyday life now. And it's like, we don't learn about all of the different things like freaking taxes and like, I don't know. I could get deep into it, but I don't want to do that right now. So I just want to talk about a lot of the stuff that we don't talk about. A lot of us are struggling. It's a weird time in the world right now where everybody's trying to figure out something. And I feel like a lot of people, especially like my friends and people that I've been in communication with, are just all kind of like, yeah, like I feel like there's a shift happening. I feel like something's happening. I don't really know what. And I feel it too. And I feel like there is definitely a shift happening just in the world and society in general. But I feel like you can look at it in a negative way or a positive way. And I'm choosing to look at it in a positive way. And I just really want to step in my purpose. I want to encourage people like me. I want to help people. I want to be able to give you guys like real tangible experiences, and not even necessarily like advice, but just share my experience and things that I've been through to be able to just help people to know that y'all are not alone. We are all going through stuff, and we are all trying to act like we are good, and we aren't. So it's like sometimes we just need to be real about what we're going through. And so that's what this is going to be: a safe, loving, authentic, transparent, real place where we can just talk about things. I want to be able to eventually, have guests, have emails where people can email and I can help them with their current situation and just really be able to walk in my purpose. I don't really know what God has planned for this. I just know He kept telling me to do it for years now and He wouldn't let it go. So I can't let it go either. So I'm doing it. So let's get into this topic. So this first topic that I really am excited to talk about is something that I thought about and kind of like, I believe that God placed this vision in my mind to share with the world, because I literally thought about this years ago. And when I was trying to decide what I wanted my first podcast episode to be about, I was like, this is what it needs to be about, because I swear I always come back to this. I always come back to this analogy that I'm going to share with you guys. That's just a vision that I had placed in my heart, mind, whatever, a while back. So when we're growing and healing and evolving and we're going through changes in our life, it brings a loneliness. Like I felt like after I had my son, I had a more traumatic labor and birth experience, and I also got sick after I had my son. And that was something that I didn't really understand. I didn't know how it was going to impact me. I was just very, I was processing it. I'm still processing it. But I felt like one thing that it definitely sparked in me was just, it just made me realize what was important. A lot of times we put so much importance on things that really aren't that important. And when you're in a life or death situation, it's like, oh shit. All that stuff I was caring about, it really doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. So I need to start focusing on what does matter, because life is short and it can be gone in an instant. So I need to start doing things that are going to actually help me and my soul, and not just do what I want to do right now because it physically helps my flesh. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. So right now, what I'm talking about is this vision that I had. So anyway, when you're going through all of these things, when you're healing and you have like trauma, you have things that you're trying to figure out, and you're make the choice. At least I'm going to speak from my experience. When I made the choice to like actually grow and heal and evolve from my experience and unlearn behaviors and relearn behaviors, when I started doing that, I started noticing that I was very lonely. I felt like I was doing it alone, even though I had people around me. I felt like nobody else was really on the same page as me, and I felt like people should be. And that's when I feel like God kind of placed this visual in my head. So the visual was it was like a ascending staircase. So visualize, if you can, close your eyes and visualize an ascending staircase. And picture yourself trying to go up the staircase. This is the staircase of life, okay? So it's like right now, just imagine what you have, what you're carrying. The weight of unprocessed trauma, of people pleasing, of just bad relationships, toxic people, toxic family members, all of that. All of those things we carry with us every day. We can smile and be happy and laugh and joke, but at the end of the day, we are carrying those things with us, whether we realize it or not. And so when you do make this decision to grow and like start like advancing up the staircase, there's a point where you can't go no further until you let some of that shit go. You got to let some of that baggage go. You got to let some of that trauma go. You got to let some of those people go. That's the main thing that is hard. Because when we're in, I'll speak for myself. There's people in my life, there's baggage, there's things that I would used to do that would make me happy and made me feel good. And then it's just like when I chose to start like healing and actually trying to grow and be better, that stuff wasn't doing it for me no more. It was like I didn't even feel satisfaction from doing the certain things I used to do, or hanging out with the certain people that I used to hang out with, or talking about the certain things that I used to talk about. It literally irritated my soul. Like, ugh, I'm feeling it again, just thinking about it. But it was irritating to me. And I was like, what is this? I don't like this feeling. And I feel like that's when God was saying, everybody can't go with you. Everybody can't go. Like, when you're going up this staircase, and you have these people that you're carrying with you, and you have this baggage that you're carrying with you, at some point, you can't go any further. You might have to leave that person on that stair step. And it's so hard to do, especially when it's someone that you love, because it's usually people that we love that we might have to not leave behind, but yeah, kind of leave behind. I mean, for lack of a better term, I don't really know how else to say it, but like at some point, you can't keep trying to save everyone. And I'm speaking to myself here because I am the type of person who wants to just help everyone. I want everybody to be good. I want everybody to be happy. I want everyone to be able to, grow with me. And some people will do that, and some people will do that on their own time and their own journey. And I feel like that is something that hold on, my son tossing and turning, and I need to turn the air back on. Okay, I'm back. I was trying to have the air off so that I don't get any background noise, but it's too hot in here. Anyway. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought. I think I was talking about how pretty much at some point we do have to, when we're traveling up that staircase, we can't bring everyone with us. And so sometimes it might be a parent, it might be a friend, it might be a sibling, a cousin, someone that you're close with, and you're no longer spiritually aligned with them and like what they do and what you're trying to do. And so it might be time, sis, to just say, you know what? I'm gonna have to love you from a distance in this season of my life so that I can keep going. Because I think a lot of times what happens is we get comfortable. The spirit of comfortability. I keep having that thought because this season that I'm in my life is very uncomfortable. And I've been comfortable for a minute. And I feel like God keeps saying, get out of the spirit of comfortability. It isn't going to keep you going anywhere. Like if you're comfortable, more than likely you're not growing and you're not evolving into where you need to go. Like discomfort, I feel like is something that is essential in the growing process. And that's why a lot of people are turned off by it, and a lot of people just stop because it's like, this doesn't feel good. I'm supposed to be growing. I'm supposed to be getting better. This should feel good. And it's like, it don't always feel good. You got to get through the pain to get to the success. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I feel like it's a really hard and sad reality for us to face, because you're having to sometimes let go of people and things that have made you the person that you are today. And that could be a good or a bad thing. But I feel like overall, we have to choose ourselves. It's so easy to choose everyone else and just be like, well, they need me for this. Or, I can't leave this person because XYZ. Sometimes you have to choose yourself, sis. You can't continue to choose everyone else, or you're never going to grow and get to where you get to your destination. Your destination usually isn't anyone else's. Like, sometimes we have, business partners, or our life partner is someone who has the same purpose as us, but a lot of times we are looking for someone to come with us. And the growing journey is very lonely. When you're ascending up that staircase of life, you're getting lighter. You're getting lighter. You can't carry all of that weight with you. You just can't. It's not possible. So everyone can't go. And it's hard to face that. But there's good news. Just because we leave them now doesn't mean we're leaving them forever. So if you think about it, when you're going up the staircase and you leave that person right there, they have a choice. They can either stay there, they can go down the staircase, and be like, fine then, screw you. You think you better than everybody. No, I don't think I'm better. I'm trying to be better. And that shouldn't be an issue. Why are you mad that I'm trying to be better? Anyway, I feel like sometimes you just have to choose yourself, and you can't stand in the way of someone else's lesson or their journey, because sometimes I try to make other people's journeys look like mine. And that's not fair to them, because God has an individual plan for everyone. And so if you're sitting here trying to get your best friend to come along on your path with you, that may not work out. It might, but it may not, because it's just not their path. And so when I'm saying that you leave someone there, I'm not saying screw them, don't talk to them ever again. I'm saying you got to keep going whether they come with you or not. And their journey might look different. They might join you in a year. They might join you in a week and be like, dang, this feels good to actually shed some of this weight. And this is all metaphorically speaking. But yes, I feel like this vision that I had a long time ago just really helped me, because the time that I got it, I felt like I was very alone. And I feel like motherhood can do that to you. And I just didn't feel like anyone truly understood my experience. I didn't even understand my experience. And so I'm like, how do I go from here? So there are many forms of letting go. It doesn't mean that you're just letting go forever. Boundaries is a form of letting go. I feel like with boundaries, I'm not great at boundaries. And sometimes my boundaries are unhealthy boundaries. Like, you call me and I don't answer. I don't know. It's just like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't know. That's just how I am. And I feel like that's how I am currently. I'll say that's currently been a strategy that I have used to just kind of ease the snipping scissors, to be like, all right, this is a warning that I'm about to cut you off. Removing yourself physically is also a good form of letting go. Sometimes you might want to go to the bars. You might want to go, go hang out with your people, do some fun things. But if you're putting yourself in a situation that you're trying to grow from, you're setting yourself up for failure. And I feel like it's hard. And I feel like we have to give ourselves grace. but I feel like it's something that we have to do, is just actively make the decision. If we're going to be really trying to grow and get better, then we really need to do this shit. Like, we need to not just kind of fake the funk. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay, I'm looking at my notes like, okay, sis, this is a good one. Okay, say no to them and yes to you. Ooh. Man, when you say yes to you and no to them, there is a powerful feeling that comes from that. You might feel bad for a minute, but it's just like standing up to yourself, like standing up to the bully. Like, no, I ain't doing that because I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like another form of letting go is forgiveness. So forgiving people is literally one of the hardest things that I've ever done. But at the end of the day, forgiveness is for you. At times it can help the other person, but if you continue to hold on to the anger and pain, there's only so far you can go up that staircase. It's only so far before it's like you have reached your capacity. You gotta let some stuff go. You gotta forgive some people, or you're not gonna keep going up. So yes, and I feel like going up the staircase doesn't mean that you're never gonna see those people. They might come back up with, you might be shoulder to shoulder at one point and look and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. You did it. You are taking the steps to learn. Or you might look down that staircase and see them on their way up. They might have tumbled back down, and you can go help them. Sometimes we get to a point where we're like, yes, I needed to separate myself from you guys because something was happening. Something was happening in me. It didn't have nothing to do with you. It had to do with me. And now I'm in a space where I can come to you and I can truly express my feelings. Going to therapy. Oh my gosh, going to therapy. I'm about to start going to therapy. Again, I did do therapy for was it a year? I feel like no, it's like 6 months. I did therapy for like 6 months and I stopped it because I just didn't care for my therapist. I felt like he was kind of judgmental and just not for me. And so that turned me off to therapy for a while. But now I have a new therapist that I am meeting for the first time in a week or so. So I'm really excited about that. I'll definitely share with you guys how that goes. But therapy is also another really, really great tool to be able to identify the areas, because a lot of times we don't even know we're carrying this stuff, and then you're like, all right, man, I'm trying to grow, I'm trying to heal, and then it's just like all the ugliness underneath this pretty perfected shell that we put out for the world and for social media and for everything else. It's like it's finally cracking. It's getting out them little cracks in it, and then it's just like the real you is about to bust through. And a lot of times it gets worse before it gets better, and it gets ugly before it gets pretty. But we're going up the staircase. We're going up. We might fall down sometimes. We might tumble down a few steps, go up 5 steps, fall down 20. But guess what? You're still going up. We're still trying. Keep trying. Just don't give up. That is the only difference. Don't give up. You are important. You're needed. And your growth is not just always for you. You don't know whose blessing you're blocking by not stepping into your purpose and your path. And I'm speaking to myself here as well, because for a long time, I stayed on a small stair step because it was comfortable. Spirit of comfortability. We got to get out of it, people. Okay, I'm not going to keep feeding a fed horse. That's what PETA says to say. Okay. All right, y'all. So that was like my little topic and message. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something a little light. I just wanted to talk about something that I have had on my heart for literally years now that I just want to put out there. And I hope that it can bless someone. But now I'm going to move on to a little segment that I call That's What Bree Said. And this is something that my sister came up with. Shout out to you, Shar. Love you. If you know me, then you know I'm an uplifter. I'm always trying to give somebody some encouraging words. I'm always trying to just be like, deep and just be and just be saying stuff that I feel like people need to hear. So this is a little quote from me, and I'll do one each podcast. It may or may not have anything to do with the topic that I talk about. But today, my That's What Bree Said is, it's okay to choose you. It's okay to choose you. Man, choosing myself it's gotten easier over the past maybe year or so, but man, like even just doing that, just saying no to them and yes to me, and being like, I'm not answering that phone call because I'm too emotionally drained and I don't feel like talking to that person, or no, I don't want to go out, I don't want to go to the bar, no, I can't watch your kid, no, I can't help you do this because I don't have the energy. And if I say yes, then I'm not going to even be showing up for you in the way that I should because I'm depleted, and that's not fair to me or you. But most importantly, it ain't fair to me, so I'm choosing me first. So you got to give yourself permission to choose yourself, and you just have to get yourself on the list. For a long time, I was not even on the list of things to do. I was just like here existing. I felt like I was literally on autopilot, just walking around, changing diapers, cleaning this, cleaning that, doing dishes, doing laundry, going to work, eat, cook, go to sleep, whatever. Okay, I did that all out of order, but you get what I'm saying. Get yourself on that list, and it don't have to be anything crazy. Drink some water, eat a healthy meal, eat some fruit, make yourself your favorite dinner, go and freaking sit outside and get some sunlight, because I know you need it. Okay? It's time to choose yourself. It's time. Okay? Do it. That's my challenge to you. Do one thing this week to choose yourself. That's all. All right. So next segment that I'm going to also do every podcast is I'm going to do a song recommendation. So I love me some music, and maybe one day I'll be able to actually input a song into podcasts, but right now I don't know how any of that stuff works, and I'm not trying to get any issues with this in the beginning phases. So what I'm going to start out with doing is just telling you guys my song recommendation. So this song popped into my head when I was writing my notes for this, and it's called Mirror by Kendrick Lamar. It's on his album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and I saw him on tour. Oh my god, he's so freaking good. I love me some Kendrick. He is one of my favorite rappers, and he's just so on point with his most recent album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. It's like, bruh, every song. And Count Me Out, I cry every time. That's another good song. Count Me Out. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. This one little story. At the concert, man, those lyrics slapped me in the face like a freaking I don't know what. But I was just like, dude, this is my life. I don't even remember the words right now, but I just know Count Me Out. That's my shit. Okay. Let me look up these lyrics really quick for Mirror and give you guys my favorite part of the song that I feel like is really, really relevant to what I just talked about. So this is the lyrics. I gotta keep my phone away or it's gonna get staticky. Whew, okay. I realize true love is about saving face, but unconditional. When will you let me go? I trust you find independence. If not, then all is forgiven. Sorry I didn't save the world, my friend. I was too busy building mine again. I choose me. I'm sorry. So on point. Honestly, at the end of the day, you, yourself, physically, your physical self, that's all you really have. That's all you really have. Think about it. Your physical body. Take care of it. Eat something. Eat something, do something for your body, move, stretch. Just do something to choose yourself. You don't got to cut nobody off or forgive nobody this week. If you want to, and if it's been on your heart, then definitely do it. But if not, then just try to do something for yourself, big or small. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to my first podcast episode. I'm so excited. And yeah, I hope you guys come back next week. I'm going to be releasing podcast episodes every Monday. And I just want to help you. I want to help some people and love on some people. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Please leave me a review. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, TikTok, all of that at Ambition to Grow. And yeah, I love you guys. See you. Thank you so much for taking time to tune into the Ambition to Grow podcast. I hope you're leaving a little more blessed than you were when you started the pod. If you enjoyed the show your girl some love with a 5-star rating. Also, follow me on Instagram at Ambition to Grow. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night. Stay blessed, loves.